What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Naomi Lux TV, where we talk all things reality TV and pop culture. We're gonna get right into it. Today is a more sensitive teen mom news dump. We got some terrible news this past week. There has been a lot of conversation surrounding Jenelle Evans' son, Jace. TMZ reported that he has been admitted to a mental health facility, and I feel like to really understand what's happening, we have to dive back into the time of everything that happened ever since Jenelle started Teen Mom 2. Keep in mind, Jace was born in 2009, so this has been 16 years of just trauma that has unfolded on camera. We watched Jenelle struggle with parenting, which led to her signing over custody of Jace, her mother Barbara. And Barbara ends up raising Jace for most of his childhood, while Jenelle continued to just be on some bullshit. She was constantly choosing men over her kids. I don't understand why men were more important than Jace. For years, Jenelle and Barbara has had a long custody battle over Jace. We literally watched the screaming matches, the court issues, the disagreements in front of Jace on how Jace should be raised. After more than a decade of Barbara being his primary guardian, Jenelle eventually regains full custody in 2023. At the time, Jenelle said that she was focused on rebuilding her relationship with him. Immediately after Jenelle regains custody, it was just pure turmoil. There were several reports coming out saying that Jace was running away, the police was involved, and now the public was involved because for them being on TV, all these stories were getting leaked. A lot of people were questioning whether Jace or not was adjusting well to the change after living with Barbara for so long. Then where things got real messy, and I feel like this is what really led to what's happening today. Things escalated even further when allegations surfaced that Jenelle's husband at the time, David, aka the Swamp Monster, had assaulted Jace. Their reports claimed that David allegedly strangled Jace during an argument, which led to legal investigations and even the possibility of Jace testifying in court. So this situation has caused major controversy. A lot of people were questioning Jenelle even further. At some point, Jace goes back to Barbara, or he was hopping around houses, and then Jenelle leaves David. When Jenelle got separated from David, their relationship became extremely messy, but at the very least, she was able to gain custody back of Jace. They moved to Vegas, and things continue to just go downhill. There was a lot of ongoing concerns about Jace's mental health and his safety. A lot of police reports, Jenelle calling the police on Jace. There was an audio that was leaked. Just pure chaos, right? Eventually, Jenelle sends Jace to be with his dad. That didn't last long. He goes back to Jenelle. Jace leaks their text messages of them fighting and arguing and Jenelle being nasty as hell. Eventually, boom, he's back in North Carolina with Barb. Jenelle gets back with David. They're reporting that when he was admitted to the mental health facility, that was around the end of February, and that was when all the Jenelle and David situation was going on. And I've talked about this extensively. You can go back and watch the videos. I'm assuming Jace found out with the rest of us. Looking online, everybody was criticizing her. Why would you get back with your son's alleged abuser? Even there's a clip on the show that's resurfacing when they were asking Jace how does he feel now, and he was saying how he feels a lot safer now that David's not around. How can you hear that and still get back with this guy, somebody that your son doesn't even feel safe around? That's just insane. You moved across the country to get away from this guy. You have PDF file allegations on him, and you're back with him? Doesn't make any sense here. Now to the details about what happened. And another thing, TMZ is fucking insane. Anyways, according to the reports, a 911 call was made after Jace allegedly threatened both himself and his grandmother during the incident, which led to police responding to the situation. And that Jace is now receiving treatment at a facility while the family tries to determine the best way to support him. Jenelle ain't shit. There's no other way around it. We watched her traumatize this kid on national television. She's constantly choosing men over her son time and time again. But now it's to the point that people are looking at Barb different, and I need to know how y'all feel about this. Because I don't like the Barb slander, but is Barb partially to blame for Jenelle's behavior? They're saying the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Because why the fuck is Jenelle like this? It don't make any sense. What did she witness growing up? So was it the environment she grew up in? Maybe hanging around the wrong crowd in school? It's hard for me to fully blame Barb because of course she's not the perfect mom. But damn, we watched Barb fight to get Jenelle on track. She supported her through rehab. She gave her a place to stay. She took care of Jenelle's son, for Christ's sake, so Jenelle could get her shit together. But Jenelle ain't give a damn about what she had to say. It's not like Barb was some lousy mom who turned her back on Jenelle. And I understand both sides, because if you're a fan of reality TV, you're probably interested in psychology and anthropology, the study of humans. All of these subjects go hand in hand. So it's kind of hard to not come to the conclusion that this has something to do with the way that she was raised and just back to childhood childhood trauma and stuff like that. At the end of the day, this situation goes far beyond reality TV drama. This is a teenager who has grown up in front of camera and had to deal with a lot of instability throughout his life. I feel like this situation is super complicated. Of course, I always have concerns and questions about reality TV in general and having kids on it. Always talking about parenting and the long-term impact that these environments can have on kids. And that's what this channel is about. I'm not here to just dog on these people and talk shit about them. We're discussing real life topics here, and hopefully it can help the next person. Honestly, learn a lot from these shows and these parents and how to be a better parent myself. They're damn sure showing me a lot of shit I should not be doing as a parent. Anyways, I really feel for Jace. This is not fair at all. It broke my heart every time I seen him on the show, when they were yelling in front of him, when they were saying inappropriate things in front of him. It was a tough watch. Should have never been platformed. But I'm hoping he can get a great mentor and surround himself with some great people to guide him in a better direction, because you don't have to be defined by your past. He still has a chance to come out on top. Please y'all let me know what you think in the comments, subscribe, and bye.